Hello, and today we have the brand new Honda CB500X with us. Now, apart from its mild mannerisms of off-roading, this is actually a great commuter and also tackles start-stop traffic in the urban cities. Now, this motorcycle at the same time launches the 500cc range in India. Now, Honda believes that this motorcycle is so versatile that it can actually be your primary motorcycle. It is not the usual specialized ADV bike that can only be ridden in the weekends. Now, as much as Honda says that, let's find out if this motorcycle is actually good for only social posts and posing, or it is actually a genuine bike that will bring a smile on your face. So let's start with the design of this CB500X. Now, straight away you can see that it's got that adventure bike DNA with a beak-like structure right here. Then you can see the headlamps as well as the clear indicators, and you can see later the rear lamps, they're all clear and all LED lamps. Then we are happy to say that this windshield is not cosmetic, it actually works, it negates wind buffeting. And if you see here, it's got, you need tools to adjust it. It's a two-way adjustable thing, so you need an Allen key and you're sorted with it. It has a rail here. You can either mount your GoPro or your navigation device, but if you do that, then you'll have to buy the optional 12-volt socket. So now this motorcycle received some really substantial updates in 2019, and one of the substantial updates is that it gets bigger 19-inch wheels, the front ones. It used to be 17-inch, but now these are 19-inch ones. Also, the suspensions are now a lot more taller, and this helps because it provides a taller ground clearance, which is 181 mm, which is quite impressive also. Now, coming forward here, if you take a look at the bike in itself, the setup, it is very simple. It uses the tried and tested wires, not ride-by-wire. And then if you look at the instrument cluster, it does not use the TFT cluster but an old LCD cluster. Coming to the seat height is 183 mm. It sounds a bit tall, but actually it's not. I am just under 5 feet 10 and I'm able to manage and keep my feet firmly on the ground. I will show you that. But more importantly is that the seat is wide, both for the rider as well as the pillion, and it is very comfortable. It comes with grab rails for the pillion, so then there is a lot of comfort as well as security that's added to it. Then if you come closer to it, you see that the foot pegs are a little bit in the back. Now I'll just sit on the seat and I'll tell you how the riding stance is. Here you see that it's quite a straight riding stance, which is good because it is comfortable for long tours as well as commuting in the city. Your hands are straighter, the handlebars are not so wide like adventure bikes, and the advantage of that is you can maneuver this bike in any situation, may it be off-road or may it be your traffic, anything. It is comfortable and very much maneuverable. The foot pegs that we were talking about, well, it is a bit bended and swept back, but again, there's no stress, there's no trouble in it, it is quite comfortable. So what's the engine like? Well, it's powered by a 470cc engine, liquid cool. It churns out 47 bhp of power and a healthy 43 Nm of torque. Now, it doesn't sound inspiring, I'll be honest with you. It won't shatter your world. So what's this engine all about? Well, for starters, this is a liquid cool 470cc engine. It churns out 47 bhp of power, and it also has a healthy 43 Nm of torque. Now, yes, we agree that this specs is not out of the world, it's not earth-shattering, but trust me, once you start this engine and twist the throttle, you will forget all about the specs. They'll all just fly out of your helmet. Now, the best part about this engine is it's extremely controllable. It has a linear output and it provides output or a power whenever you need it. Now, the secret behind this is that the torque kicks in somewhere around the 3000 RPM mark. So it always has power. You twist the throttle and it goes faster, of course. It is really good at the low end. The low grunt is quite responsive, so the initial acceleration is quite spirited. It is best to ride in the mid-range level, as most of the bikes in this segment, but What stands out about this engine is that even though a lot of power delivery is there at the mid-range, it sustains it even once it reaches the top end. Now that is something which most bikes in this segment taper off, the power tapers off. So there's no power after, there's a sudden depression, there's a decrease in power. So that is not there in this engine. So hats off to Honda for sustaining that power. Also the power is so evenly distributed that you don't need to keep changing gears. It has a smooth, effortless 6-speed gearbox. It comes with a slipper clutch as well, so it is extremely light to ride. And this bike also is quite fuel efficient and frugal. According to the device, it revealed that it was showing around 40 kilometers per liter both city and highway. So realistically I would say it is somewhere between 30 and 35 kilometers per liter, which is again very, very impressive for a bike in this segment. So how does this bike handle? Well, Honda's got the weight distribution spot on. It takes on corners like nobody's business. Of course, it is an ADV, so you're not going to enter corners at blistering speed, but it holds its own thanks to the semi-knobby tires that offer that additional support on tarmac. Now, this is a soft roader, so it also is planted and composed on, let's say, dirt tracks or light travels or adventure tracks, places like this. But if you take it on mud and slush, then yes, the rear wheel loses its grip, and that's one of the reasons for that is because the ABS, the dual channel ABS, which is standard, you cannot switch it off. So that's why the rear wheel loses its grip. But it's a perfect bike. It's really good to commute on. It's really good to tour. And if you are heading out for some adventure trails, it is a comfortable, composed, planted bike. You can't really go wrong. And all in all, in a nutshell, I would say that it's a very practical bike that offers a great riding stance. So is this the perfect bike that you've been waiting for? A mid-size ADV, which is actually a soft roader, but capable to tackle the urban conditions as well as highways? Well, in many ways, yes it is. And even though it does not come with a lot of electronics, and sadly it doesn't come with that ABS switch off mode as well as traction control, it's still a very capable bike. It's a very easy bike, and it's honestly an ideal bike for beginners who want to upgrade to the mid-level segment, or purists who just love bikes as they are without any electronic nannies. So it comes almost near to that perfect situation, but the sledgehammer price just kills it. It's priced for some reason at 6.87 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi, which translates into almost 8 lakhs, which is insane, the price, especially when you look at the rivals it takes on, like the capable Kawasaki Versys 650 and the state-of-the-art Suzuki V-Strom 650. Even the Benelli TRK 502 sneaks in, which is a lot more affordable. So we love the bike, but we request Honda, please bring in a price correction. Thank you for watching this review, and we would love to hear from you, so please do leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like this channel.